Live here. Test, test, test. Yeah. Oh, my. All right, people. What is up? Now we've got a very special one for you today. We're checking out these lolcows, and we're starting with our boy NovaOnline. And also, too, shout out to the Chin Universe. I think he's been like archiving all of this Nova stuff for everybody to use. So, it's a whole kind of community thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my part. But yes, it sounds like Nova is actually threatening the life, and he is on his revenge arc for Bloodspeth. So you guys check out Bloodspeth as well. But I'm not going to hold you guys up, though. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get into it.
After he was falsely striked by NovaOnline. This is when he proceeded to join the live and of course hit online threatened my life. I was streaming a few days ago trying to raise awareness for a fellow creator, the Chin Universe, after he was falsely striked by NovaOnline. This is when he proceeded to join the live and of course hit me with the SYMFMB before disappearing like usual. At some point, I was talking about a hypothetical lolcow road trip where me and some other creators would take a countrywide road.
Hey, this is my thumbnail.
Road trip where we would go sightseeing at some infamous lolcow historic landmarks. Nova took this opportunity to threaten me by saying that if I trespassed on his property,
Let's take a look at this. Okay, so here's Nova, obviously the NovaOnline universe. It won't end well. Yeah, guys, we're all very, very afraid of Nova. Yeah, now obviously I don't think anybody should be like on Nova's like property or anything like that. But let's be real here. No one's scared of Nova.
Won't end well. Just gonna mention real quick that I did not ever mention trespassing on Nova's property or physically interacting with him.
What is he wearing? Not beating the allegations, buddy.
Or his property in any way at all. And that alone was a vague threat that I called out, which Nova doubled down on when he said in all caps that Idaho is a stand your ground state. Now, I'm assuming that he was referring to the castle dock.
I feel like Nova the type of dude to like run out with like a bow and arrow or something, like a very strange weapon, like a what is it, the thing that like you throw it and it comes back, a boomerang. Like I could see Nova being one of those guys that pops out with a boomerang. You know what I mean? He wouldn't actually just have like an effective like weapon to use.
He's not exactly the sharpest tool in the shed because stand your ground laws don't even apply here, but I'll explain both either way. Stand your ground laws allow you to use force, including lethal force, in self-defense without a duty to retreat. And the castle doctrine, which is what he's most likely referring to, basically lets you put home intruders on a t-shirt. So let me put this in perspective. I never once mentioned trespassing on his property, physically interacting with him or his home at all, and Nova in response decides to cite a law that would legally allow him, well obviously not legally, but
legally allow him to pretty much take him down. Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like the response does not, it doesn't match the initial statement at all. It's kind of like you tell somebody you're gonna slap them and then they punch you, or like you tell somebody you're gonna punch them and they stab you. You know what I mean? Essentially that same type of thing. Also, why does he, I'm pretty sure this is Paw Patrol. Y'all let me know like in the comments if y'all know what this is. I'm pretty sure this is Paw Patrol. Why is this grown man have this Paw Patrol? Like, how did he even get one in his size? Like, I know he's lost some weight, but like, You know what I mean?
That would allow him to take my life. Of course, I called him out immediately, and so did my chat, which was when Nova started freaking out. He sent tons of comments swearing at me, saying that he wasn't threatening me, saying he doesn't own any kind of firearm, etc., etc. He even said I was making things
Sailor
up.
Moon.
But how can that be the case when he threatened me and I have dozens of screenshots that show that he did? He then says, "Okay, I didn't know you were joking actually," in reference to the previous hypothetical.
It's funny, it's like all the people in here like are showing no love for Nova. The Nova, you suck. They're talking about Kiwi, who you guys know he's always on Nova's head top. Yeah, Nova's ridiculous. Get the chmatos.
Joke road trip, which clearly implies that he made those threats against me, but is now backtracking because he didn't know. When it's very obvious he just wanted to feel the power of threatening someone, but not the consequences. This is something Nova actually does quite a lot. And not threatening people exactly.
These gym clips are killing me right now.
As I know, but harassing creators in their stream.
Y'all peeping this form too, by the way?
The biggest victims of his stream harassment are, I'd say, me, the Chin Universe, Purity Sin, and the Greasy Middle Finger. Nova very often goes into our chats in order to swear at us or make fun of us or even call us chomes. No, I'm not kidding. Nova has literally called everyone who makes videos on him a chomo, which if you don't know is slang for predator. This segues us to our next segment.
The irony, you know, the irony of NovaOnline calling other people predators. Like, you know, what is it? It's like that Spider-Man meme. Y'all saw that, where it's like they're both pointing at each other and they look exactly the same.
The video, and that's his revenge arc. Nova uploaded a video as well as made a community post announcing he's entering his new revenge arc.
Okay, we're ready for it. This is really my first Nova arc.
Committing multiple crimes and disgustingly harassing a female creator. Yeah, you heard that right. Firstly, I'm not the only one Nova committed a crime against after announcing this revenge arc. The Chin Universe, who I'm sure a lot of you know, is a Nova archiver and content creator who received multiple false strikes from Nova. These strikes were filed against him in a way to purposefully attempt to delete his channel as opposed to legitimately protecting copyrighted content. Believe it or not, this is
You know, YouTubers really don't like that. One of the main things YouTubers can't stand is when they're actually using fair use and you try to strike their channel down, because it really doesn't take a lot, guys. It really only takes like 3 strikes, and like you can try to do what you can, but most of the time once a channel is done, like it's cooked, like pretty much. The same age as Nova. Hey, I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, I think somebody said in my comments yesterday, they were like, yeah, you know, every time I'm feeling bad about myself, like I just remember that like Nova is actually a person out here existing. And it's true, you know. Shout out to you. I'm sure you're doing much better than Nova for sure.
Actually illegal. When you file a copyright strike, you're doing so under threat of perjury. Perjury is a charge you get for lying in court. It is a federal felony as well as a felony in most states. It's punishable by up to 5 years in prison.
Hey, what's up?
Of up to $250,000.
Hope you living good out here.
So if you guys will, please go subscribe.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hope you living good.
To the Chin Universe to show your support. His channel will be linked in the description. And now on to him inappropriately harassing a woman. He's harassed multiple women, including the Greasy Middle Finger and Purity Sin, but Purity Sin in particular was harassed in a very inappropriate way that personally makes me very sick. If you don't know who that is, she is a VTuber who occasionally nowadays makes Nova content. She was streaming when the NovaOnline universe came into her chat, of course, swearing at her.
I can't wait till the day, guys, when I'm streaming and Nova pops into my chat. I don't know what I would do, guys. I don't know what I would do. Like, what would be my game plan? I could try to, you know, really befriend Nova and like milk him for content. I could just instantly just start roasting, coming at his head top. Like, I don't know. But man, it would be I'd be starstruck, you know. I wouldn't know how to handle, you know what I'm saying? Twinkle twinkle little star. I wouldn't know how to handle it, you know what I mean? I wouldn't know how to handle it. Like, sheesh, like, you know, I'd be listening to Lil Uzi all the time, and like it'd be like I just saw Lil Uzi or something.
Then he
said he'd run immediately
because she called
Nova can't run.
You guys don't know, he's obsessed with that one emo singer, the one who went viral on TikTok a while ago. He goes by TX2 or something like that, and basically every emo whatever person calls him a poser because his music is just basically rage bait, and on top of that, he's apparently stolen from other music creators, so I guess I can see why Nova likes him, since they apparently have something.
Nova has his ears pierced. Either that's an earring or it's some strange looking bump type thing. He'd waddle. That's exactly to describe, like, that's side to side. It's like you're on a boat, but you're just walking.
In common. But yeah, he was defending himself from being called a poser, and then he proceeds to say, "Be lucky I haven't sent you to Pound Town yet." Now, Pound Town is...
Yeah, he's gonna explain too, but you guys already know Pound Town is essentially just where Nova, when he blocks somebody on the talk, he sends them to Pound Town, meaning he blocked you.
His way of saying
it's dumb. Like, obviously he doesn't get that it's not funny. He's the only person that's in on the joke. It's one of those types of things, you know,
ban or whatever, but he's not on his stream, he's in someone else's stream. And so what's the point of saying that if it's not like harassment?
Yeah, it's like you can't even block him.
He then says, "I get more viewers than you," which is just not true. He gets what, maybe 50, 60, 70, 60, 70 viewers, most of which are trolls or people who came from another person who's streaming.
I always wonder too, like, these lolcows, there's like two types of lolcows. There's like the NovaOnline and like the Cyraxx that don't seem to be making a lot of money, even though people are literally getting like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, like, you know, covering them, which is wild because you would assume they should be able to monetize that. Then you've got your, like, what's the guy? There's that Daniel guy, and there's that like World of T-Shirts guy, and they're essentially like the Novas and the Cyraxxes if they actually left the house. And oh man, I could tell you guys, if I could see Nova and Cyraxx on a live stream outside of the house, you know what I'm saying, that would be insane. By what's her face
at the time who's watching his stream. But his next comment is what really solidifies that harassment thing for me. He says SM10ind Chan, which, if you don't know, stands for suck my 10. I'm not gonna continue that part, but I'm sure you know what comes after. And then says Chan, which I'm assuming means chomo. That is a very gross and inappropriate thing to say to a woman. I'm not like a pearl clutcher, but I'm still gonna respect people's decency, especially like a normal innocent woman who just makes content about you, and rightfully so, since, you know, Nova, you are a child predator, so people are gonna make videos and talk about you. That's kind of how it works. And let's be honest, guys, are we really surprised that he's doing these awful things? I mean, once you stoop so low as to being a predator, there's not much you can do that's worse than that. And the interesting thing is that I just uploaded a video titled "The Many Crimes of NovaOnline," which I suggest you guys watch. It's actually a pretty funny video.
We need to peep that sometime. Need to see Nova's crimes.
In the video, I just talk about crimes he's committed, like opening his uncle's mail, and of course, being a predator. But just from these last few days, these crimes have doubled. He's committed multiple other crimes, and don't worry, he's definitely gonna commit more.
I would say, how are you really committing all these crimes and stuff from inside of your house? But I guess it is the digital age, and that's very much possible. Still, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I remember the good old days where it's like somebody who kind of like looks like Nova and acts like Nova is normally pretty harmless and normally a pretty cool guy. Now I feel like they're all gooners.
Because, you know,
they're all just gooning.
He's not exactly the gold standard for morality or for being an upstanding citizen. And you know what? Let's also react to this video of Nova trying Round Table Pizza for the first time. And again, all he eats is fast food. I don't know how he's dropped so much weight. Every day
He has dropped a crazy amount.
every video. This is why I think I know pretty much that he's on Ozempic, or he has some kind of condition that's making him lose weight.
Geez, are those I know, like, I have my blinds back here. They're a little screwed up. A pup was eating on them, but you guys see Nova's cabinets over here. They need a little work. Looks like they need to be attached. In general,
Not eat like this all day, every day, and lose weight.
There's a lot of trash back there too. Y'all seeing that?
Tons of sugary soda and alcohol.
I feel like he's blocking a lot of it too.
So again,
probably on purpose.
I don't know how. Like, I saw a empty box of Twisted Teas in the background of his videos. He just uploaded a video of him taking a shot of vodka, one of those little pink bottles for girls, but apparently Nova likes it. So we know he's consistently drinking alcohol. He's consistently eating fast food pretty much every day. He uploads almost daily with some kind of fast food review. Someone tell me how he's losing weight. And again, like,
we already know that people have come to the conclusion that it must be a weight loss drug. Like, either that, because I mean, we already said if he goes on a jog, this dude literally films when he takes a shower to prove to everybody that he's taking a shower. We already know if this man goes on a jog, we're gonna see it. We already know if he's cooking up healthy foods, we're gonna see it. Those few things in the gym, like those clips that we saw in the gym, if Nova was in the gym, we'd see it. It's got to be a weight loss drug, right? I'm saying he's got to be.
99% sure he's on Ozempic or tirzepatide or one of those fat losing things, or he has some kind of condition, most likely diabetes. And the countless sores on his arm don't really help. He says those are bedbug bites, which could be true. I mean,
it could be true if you've seen Nova House,
but we don't know for certain. But anyways, here's a video.
Trying round table pizza for the very first time. Let's start off with the appetizers. Okay, they were supposed to
bro's voice kills me every time. Like, can I get a French onion soup, please? You've been dieting for the last 2 months and it's been nowhere near as fast. Hey, yeah, it's just never gonna go as fast as the like weight loss drugs and everything like that. But hey, nice for you though. 2 months, like, that's a good bit of time. You know, a lot of people, they say they're gonna do it for 3 days. You know, it'd be New Year's Eve hits, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, by the time it hit that Friday, you know what I'm saying, they go on Monday, you know what I'm saying, they hit that Monday, they hype. About Wednesday, they like, I ain't really trying to do this. Thursday, they pretty much like, nah, this is over with. And Friday, they'll be back next year. Catch you at the next one.
give me ranch with my appetizers and they never did. Damn it. I'm gonna have to use the ranch from the wings. But let's start with the monster sticks. Let's get a cheese bowl. Yes! Yeah! It's not bad.
How do y'all feel about Mott Sticks? Andrea in the chat right now, she loves Mott Sticks. Me personally, I eat them, you know, I think they're good, but it's like when you go to a restaurant, to me, like paying like $10 for like some cheese with some breadcrumbs on it just seems ridiculous. Off topic, but I just have to say that because it's a freaking Mott Stick.
It's actually pretty good. A little heavy on the breading, but the cheese bowl, immaculate. Let's get another one.
Breadsticks probably cost that man $12.99
on TikTok and YouTube. Oh, no. Way too much cream cheese. It needs to have more jalapeno in it. I just got a bomb of cream cheese in my mouth. Not pleasant. Now the Idaho potato wedges.
And can bro do something with his hair? This is about the fourth Nova video I done made, and every single time there's something like this ridiculous, and I gotta pause and make a comment on it because it's just like, bro, can't he, like, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, can't he just do like this or something? Boom, that's corrected. Like, obviously it looks greasy, obviously it needs to be washed, obviously he should get a comb or a brush and actually do something to it. But at the least, I'm sure he can see himself on his phone or whatever he's using. He can just hit one of these real quick. I'll do one for us. There we go. See that? It's crazy. He's like this. All right, NovaOnline Universe. All right, NovaOnline Universe. Let's get it. Let's do a food review. What is it? Can I get a French onion soup, please? That dude's wild. Let's continue.
It needs to be crunchier, and it definitely needs a sauce. Now let's try out the Polynesian wings.
That sounds decent.
These are the most tender wings I have ever had. And the Polynesian sauce reminds me of a sweet chili sauce. It's really
Look at the face this man makes. Whereas he was so greasy. Nah, I have to see that. There was a video where, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up after this, where his hair was so greasy it caught fire. I didn't even know that was possible. But look at how he looks at this wing after he eats it, guys.
These are the most tender wings I have ever had. These are the most tender wings I have ever had. And these are the most tender wings I have ever had.
Oh, boy, we're looking at that wing, but as they say, ladies, get you a man that looks at you like how Nova looks at this chicken wing. He's serious, man. He's locked in.
And the Polynesian sauce reminds me of a sweet chili sauce. It's really good. And finally, let's try the pizza. And before I try it, $14 for a personal pizza? You fucking kidding me? And I got 2 of them. That's $28 for 2 pizzas. When I can go down to Domino's and get 2 for less than 15.
I'm saying.
Double the size. All right, this is the King Arthur Supreme.
Bro, it is making me want some pizza though. I can't lie.
It's actually not bad. The dough is actually really good. It's got a nice thin crust. And look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm gonna take another piece for reference. Literally 0 flop. This is actually a good quality pizza. Is it worth $14 though? Let's find out with the next one. And this one right here is their garlic pizza that I forgot the name of. Once again, no flop, 1 bite, everyone knows the rules. Exclusive property of the Novine universe on TikTok and YouTube.
The pop-up is always crazy.
This one's really cheesy. Good amount of toppings on it. The green onions give it like a good, give it like a good like pizzazz, some good flavor to it. I paid way too much money on those 2 pizzas to make this video. Was it worth it? Hell no. I don't think I'm going back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that man had to spend he had mott sticks, he had jalapeno poppers. I think he had one other thing, and then the 2 pizzas. This man spent at least a clean little like 40, like something like that. Nah, because the pizzas was like 14 alone. So that's with tax, that's 31, 32, something like that. Probably about 50. That's funny. All right, people. So let's move on to the next topic. Appreciate everybody showing in, popping in. You know what I'm saying? The WW event where somebody helped sign it. Oh, is it really? Dude, it's crazy. That's the thing that I'm saying. Like, it's like Nova should be able to capitalize on all this clout. Like, if you got people on national TV holding up signs simply just to roast you, like, you kind of like, obviously he's not famous. I'd call him like a F-list celebrity or something like that. Like, I don't know, like Nova, if he walked around for long enough, I wonder if people would like recognize him in public. He gets no views, but like, man, people are getting views off of Nova, you feel me? So I don't know. If it was me personally, I don't know, I'd be dropping some type of videos. I'd be hiring like an editor. I'd be like really trying to lock in. He already did the hard part. That's what it is. You're right. He's infamous. Perfect use of the word. Actually a textbook use of the word infamous for sure. All right, so now we're taking a look at Cyraxx. There's a Cyraxx update, and I'm gonna see what's going on with him. We've got our boy Antimatter Morty. He's like the best Cyraxx YouTuber for me, but I still got a lot of people to learn and stuff like that. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the support, and let's see what's going on with our boy Cyraxx. You know what I'm saying? We need a Cyraxx and Nova collab. That would go crazy. They like work on a song or something together. Cyraxx got the moves, boy. Morty, yep, he's the GOAT. Gotta give credit where credit's due.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, and thanks for stopping by the channel again today. I thought today would be a good opportunity to do a deep dive into a character in the Cyraxx universe that we have never really talked about before, and who has more of an impact than many people realize on where Chance is today. We've talked about nearly other girlfriend, love interest, catfish, all the women in Cyraxx's life, even his sister aunt recently.
Yeah, we're really getting like the whole like scope of Cyraxx's life in these interviews and everything like that. I don't know who Candle even is. Maybe it's another aunt or something like that. He says no kidding. He might be. Yeah, he might be. But yeah, like I seen the aunt. He had Cyraxx's aunt was on. You know, what's her name? Cassandra. The Cassandra Files, the legendary Cassandra Files. I'm sure you guys know about that. But yeah, we'll see what's good with this lady,
but
Candle.
Somehow we've never done a video about Candle. But upon looking back at the timeline of events in Cyraxx's life, Candle might have been the first domino to get him to the point that he's at today. So now, without
little
further
history
rambling,
lesson.
let's get right into it. In 2019, Cyraxx and Candle met online and became friends. According to Candle, this was a totally platonic friendship, but as time passed, that wasn't good enough for Cyraxx, and he wanted the two to be a couple. He continuously pestered her about this. She would politely shoot him down. You know, then
Crazy, you know, she's way out of Cyraxx's league.
shoot him down a little bit harder. And eventually she outright told him that she had no interest in him romantically, and he took that about as well as you can expect Chance to.
Yeah, not very well.
He decided to dox her and go live, having one of his crash outs, the same type of stuff that he says about Marty and William. It's all slurs and threats against people's lives and things like that.
Sounds about right.
Totally obsessed with her, totally manic about it, and eventually the harassment got so bad that it included things like calling her mom and her landlord, which we can see Candle complain about here.
Yo, this is your girl, Rebecca. This is a video.
It's important
Yeah, I'm like, what was that?
to note that Candle is also kind of an odd one. She's gone on live streams claiming to be a werewolf, and she has multiple different aliases, one of which is Rebecca. So even though she's saying, yo, it's Rebecca, this is Candle.
Okay. I have no comment. No comment. But also, too, I'm wondering, like, if Cyraxx, maybe he'll get into it, but I'm wondering, how does a person, unless you're, like, in his family, how do you end up in this type of situation with Cyraxx? Like, you kind of have to be a weird person to even be in an environment that Cyraxx would be in, or around the people that Cyraxx would be around. So I'm wondering, girl, how'd you even put yourself into this position where Cyraxx could dox you? But I don't know. Maybe we're about to find out.
To prove how bad of a stalker Chance is, he sat there and found out where I live.
Aggressive.
Not creepy at all. Not a stalker vibe at all. Like, really.
Stalker.
He found out where I live, called my landlord, psychopathic maniac. Dude, you do not want to come down here. You come down here, you will be escorted off in handcuffs and stuck in a psychiatric ward.
If only that were true, if only that were ever the result of his behavior. Of course he wasn't going to actually come down there. He was just going to continue to go live and constantly threaten to come down there and do insane, dangerous, and disgusting things to Candle, her mother, and her landlord. The harassment...
Let's be real here, too, though. Like, Cyraxx, I feel like he's got that, like, crackhead strength, you know, maybe. Like, he looks like he's weak. Like, he looks like he's frail and, like, he's super skinny and, you know, everything like that. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like when it really comes down to it, they just be having that crack strength, like, you know. And I feel like Cyraxx he's really got that. I wouldn't put it past him. I would not underestimate Cyraxx, guys.
Harassment went on, and Candle got visibly more frustrated.
I look like Nova.
So I'm psycho, huh, Kimberly? Well, it seems like you don't know the meaning of psycho. Believe it or not, if anything, Chance is never going to have that opportunity with that label. That label company is going to see that he's a fake. A big, fat fake. You know what I gotta say? Chance is the one that's psycho. Who calls somebody's landlord and threatens them just because they can't have someone? I call that psychotic. Yo!
Eventually, the harassment got so bad that Candle took the extreme step of faking her own demise, pretending that she passed away by her own hand, I'll say for YouTube, in order to get away from Chance. She thought that if he thought she was literally gone from the earth, he would finally leave her alone. Now, it's at this point in the story that it's important to note, prior to becoming friends with Candle, Chance did not know anything about juggalos, juggalo music, DP. He didn't know anything about that. Candle was a big fan of juggalo music, and, you know, she would share that stuff on Facebook. She was involved in this, like, apparently prominent Akron juggalo community, which is how Cyraxx even began listening to those bands and getting into these Facebook groups in the first place. So when the Juggalos caught wind that Cyraxx had apparently bullied his girlfriend to the point that she removed herself from the world,
it's about to go down.
It brought a lot of negative attention to Cyraxx's Facebook page and eventually led to him appearing on Boy Blues Panel and on Juggalo Drama Alert. Now, for people who are like really diehard about the lore, you'll already know what I'm talking about, but for those of you guys who don't know, Music Biz Marty found Cyraxx on Juggalo Drama Alert. That's how Marty became aware of who Cyraxx was. So if Candle didn't introduce Cyraxx to Juggalo music and then fake her own passing to get away from him, Marty never would have found out about Cyraxx in the first place. Like, there are timelines where Marty and...
Man, that's crazy. It's crazy it works like that. You know, guys, we gotta become Cyraxx experts out here. You know, I really gotta dive deep into the lore. Do you guys know when the Cyraxx lore starts? I really don't know. You know, like, how far does this go back to where people have been roasting him on the internet?
Cyraxx never met because Candle didn't do this shit.
Like, what if I'm on like year like 8 or something?
Him having a creepy obsession with a girl that liked Juggalo music led down this whole rabbit hole to the insane arcs that we have today. But getting back to the subject at hand, after Candle pretended to pass away, Boy Blue decided to have Cyraxx on panel to ask...
2017, that's pretty far back. Like, you know, I always think because I'm so old now, you know, I'm an old man, I'm unk status now, you know what I'm saying? 2017 doesn't sound that long ago to me, but man, that's 8 years. That's a minute of Raxologist.
About it.
Raxologist, I'm gonna have to use that.
Way,
I'm not on that level yet, but I'm working on it. Give me a few months. I'm gonna be.
He's just so excited.
I'm gonna know all the lore, the past, the future. I'm gonna know the future lore.
Juggalo Drama Alert. Sorry, I'm not on cam right now. I'm shirtless, and I just feel like shit. I'm still trying to.
Bro, the way he's just looking at the camera right now with his mouth like kind of open, like doing this. Like, dude kind of looks like AI or something. He doesn't look real moving like that. Like, it's not real movements.
Get over this cold. But nevertheless, you may have heard about in the news lately that there was.
I don't think he can close his mouth.
Bullied this girl to death, and
he's making me want to like lick my lips, like I got chapped lips or something.
Yeah, that's probably my artist name, but a lot of people can know me by different names like Virus, Blade, all kinds of stuff. So you can call me whatever, man. It's all good.
All right, so, I saw your video in a Juggalo group the other day where you were like, you're being harassed. People are doxing you. They have your address. They're threatening you and your family members.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
Because they think that you allegedly had bullied this girl. You had went out with this girl before, right?
Yeah. We dated around November of last year, actually.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting a phone call there. So yeah, why do people think that it was all you who bullied this girl to commit?
Because of basically we had our issues where she would make a video attacking me, I would make a video defending myself, and it would just go on and on and on. It just would not stop. Unfortunately, authorities got involved, FBI agents got involved to try to stop it, and
bro always talking about some FBI agents. Like, that's where he thinks that FBI agents are just walking around every day trying to solve little petty problems between people, like little domestic issues with people and stuff like that. Like, you're not that guy. Like, I get it. You think you're that guy. You're not that guy. Okay, you're not that guy, Cyraxx.
I think that.
First of all, no, they didn't, and second of all, his problem back then was the same problem he has today. Rax never changes. The cycle happened because she would say something about me and I would make a video defending myself. And by defending myself, he means making threats against people's lives and yelling slurs. So it's like, yeah, if you would not do that, the cycle would end.
Because one of my friends who actually stepped up, shout out, I gotta give a shout out to this man, my boy Journey's the Journey and Clown, who's actually a very good friend of mine. He actually stepped in.
I wonder what a meetup of Cyraxx's friend group. I don't know if Cyraxx really has friends that he hangs out with, but man, I'd pay a little money to see just a photo of just what they all look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if they're all different forms of like Cyraxx, different, like in a different universe, you know, there's different Cyraxxes, I guess you could say, and it's just like a bunch of them, like 5 of them.
When she had made a video threatening me, he basically
how much he's aged in a short time.
Basically telling her
CTE will do that.
Show her, hey, you know, how do you like when someone does that to you,
crack.
kind of deal. And they're over here thinking that this person that said that is me. They've, you know, like you said, you know, they've sent death threats to me. They've, like you said, they doxed me. They got the make and model of my mom's car.
It's funny that he's complaining about people threatening him, which he did to Candle, doxing him, which he did to Candle, and harassing him, which he did to Candle. Like, why should it's already known that you did all this stuff to her, so why he thinks anyone would feel bad for him for having it done to him now just doesn't even make any sense to me.
They got my address, they got all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, how do you guys figure I did it? Because the night that she hit up, I was actually working on an instrumental for a friend of mine, so I was up.
So that's one of the most disgusting things about this whole video here, is that he very calmly, like I said, in a way that almost seems giddy and excited, just mentions that she self-deleted, like a very serious, very sad subject to be talking about, right? He very calmly mentions that and segues directly into advertising his music. Oh yeah, when it was happening, I was working on this awesome...
And it's like, does he even have any music? We need to... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a little quick search. Sorry guys, I'm gonna let you guys see it. Let me just make sure it's the right thing. I think we have a Cyraxx song here, guys. Freaking heat. Wait, is this really Cyraxx? Check this out, guys. Sound of Cyraxx. I'm gonna have to peep. This is called The Curse. Oh man. I get the gist. See, sound. Here we go. Here we go. So maybe like this one. Let's see.
I own this name, bitch. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This really Cyraxx? It sounds like him. This is real?
I'm coming to talk with you because of your trouble. The sound.
I apologize to anybody watching the like VOD of this. Like, I'm sorry, we're back on topic. Thank you for that, because I needed that. I needed that. I'm gonna have to listen to that tonight, like, or just whenever I'm having too happy of a day and I'm like, you know what, my day is too good right now, I need to ruin it, I'm gonna play that.
And my little brother, who I've known for, like, shut up, dude. Like, that's not relevant at all to what we're talking about here.
Like, super late trying to work on it. And I fell asleep like around, I think like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, somewhere around in there. Fell asleep, woke up around like 4 in the afternoon. I wake up to go check my YouTube channel because, you know, I got aware notifications around for certain YouTubers like Slap Train, Jacksepticeye, you know, a few big names that, you know, some of you guys might recognize.
Yeah, you guys know
And I seen that
Cyraxx
notifications.
he's that guy.
Figured it was them. You know, I went to go check. Turns out it was actually my friend Boogeyman, who a lot of you guys know from YouTube. Dude's name is Boogeyman. You guys probably know him by now through all the crap that went on. He had told me that he had hoped that I was happy because Candlelight herself. And I was in shock. I was like, what? Like, I was taken back by it. I'm like, what the heck? So I freaking call him up. I'm like, dude, like, what happened? Like, and that's when he had told me that night, like that night before, she had unfortunately ended her life by wrist. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why? And he doesn't even know. And like, just from
that was his reaction. What the F? Like, why? Hey, we all grieve in different ways. We all grieve in different ways.
It's been an ongoing, continuous, never-ending cycle. And it's like, why? Like, what makes you guys think I had something to do with it when I was passed out that night? Like, it makes no sense.
Well, because you'd been harassing her, calling her mom, calling her landlord, bullying her online, calling her slurs, telling her to do the thing that she then went on to claim that she did. I mean, it's pretty easy to draw that connection, Cyraxx.
That's really not a good look. Oh man, that's not a good look. Man, it's crazy. I don't know this part of the Cyraxx lore, but yeah, that's, you know, I would never like put the blame, like I would never like blame him really for you know, her making that decision and everything like that, but it's a really bad look.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, so just from because you had went out with this girl and you had problems and you both were attacking each other, people just want to point the finger at you.
look, Cyraxx getting nervous too.
And it's stupid because like that's not only not only is that affecting my career life, coming up in the music scene, trying to get my stuff out there and rebuilding from the ground up and trying to like actually get a label to look at my shit and actually sign me so I can start making money for my family.
So I can't even believe he's bringing up making money for his family and getting signed to a label right now. He's saying the worst thing about this girl, supposedly self-deleting here would be that the possibly false reputation that he got for being associated with that act would make it hard to be signed to a record label. Like, that's his concern.
But that's all.
Sounds like he's got his priorities right. That's sarcasm, guys. That's sarcasm.
Also, affecting my day-to-day life. Like, on the side I do like a lot of photography type stuff, and normally I'm outside, doing photos, updating my portfolio on Facebook, but I can't even do.
Oh man, just imagine like a full Cyraxx like photo shoot, like all types of different environments. You got him in the garden with some flowers, you know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of different fits, some of him in suits, some streetwear, he's throwing up one of those, you feel me? Like that photo album would be legendary. You're a legend.
Do that because these guys have my address and me not knowing if they're gonna show up is like, it's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, pretty scary shit.
Yeah, it can be. Like the other day, on the 20th, it was actually my birthday, so I went out with my family and I was lucky to even be able to do that.
Yeah, damn. How did the girl herself?
Like I said, she had unfortunately her wrists and let her wrists out, unfortunately. Which, man, it is a sad thing, and I do genuinely feel bad for that happening.
Man.
Nobody deserves that. Like, I've had friends that have, unfortunately, that have unfortunately ended their lives. And because of similar stuff, like the bullying, the cyberbullying, like, that stuff gets to you. Like, and that's one thing.
We're definitely going to take this moment to say if anybody is ever, feeling like they want to take those types of actions, you should definitely talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying? There's always a purpose on this world for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes even though it's a dark time, that does not mean that your purpose is lost. It's always there. It's just a matter of time. So you gotta fight until you get there.
Thing that I do try to make a point of in a lot of my songs, is how a lot of this stuff, like the cyberbullying, the negativity, how all that can lead up, to sometimes even worse stuff than that. Like, it's crazy.
So, it couldn't have been. It wasn't just you. It had to have been other people attacking her as well. It's just everything.
Because, I know around the time that she had ended her life, I know
that would be crazy.
Pregnant. And I know that,
but Sally's tired of dealing with him. I'd be tired of dealing with him too.
Threatened to take her kid because of her past. Because I'll admit she did have some not very big, but mental issues that, raised a few concerns.
I love that every single time that Cyraxx has a breakup with any of these girlfriends, he immediately claims that they're mentally insane. Look, we all date.
I love the fact that Cyraxx is somehow able to have multiple girlfriends. Does anybody else think that's kind of wild? How? I know the last one was fake and a hoax and everything like that. Like I said, maybe I still got to get into the lore, but where is he meeting these women? What women are doing this? I don't know, that maybe that's why, a lot of them may have little, issues kind of going on and stuff like that. Because, look at Cyraxx. I know he's a catch, but, I don't know too many women that would really actively choose to make this a part of their life.
One mentally ill woman, maybe two mentally ill women. Maybe if we really struggle to learn lessons, and I'm not talking about myself or anybody specific here, I'm just saying maybe 3 max.
That's true.
But if you were to believe Cyraxx, he has had you work hard 9, enough. 10, 11, 12 exes that were all mentally insane. And
especially with the internet nowadays too, I guess, 30 years ago, you used to really have to work hard to you trying to find a girl or something. If she's not in your town, you're pretty much cooked. Nowadays, shoot. I'm in Georgia, whatever's the furthest place on earth from Georgia, I could probably, we could chat up with somebody over there. It's literally instantly, just like that. I could send a message to Kim Kardashian right now on Instagram if I wanted to. She's not going to open it, but literally, she'll have a message in her inbox, and that's kind of crazy when you think about it.
He was always a perfect gentleman in all of these relationships, and they were just so out of their minds that they tried to ruin his life afterwards.
And so I know that, the fear of that, had a lot to do with it, and just different stuff in general. And it's just why point the finger at me when I wasn't the only issue? There was a lot going on. So why point the finger at just one person when it was multiple things?
Right. Well, damn. So now because of that, you have all these people attacking you, threatening to come to your house and harm you and your family members.
Yeah, and it's sad too, because and the reason I know a lot of people get on me about this, but the reason why I do stay with my mom's and my family, 2015, my brother had unfortunately lost his life to lung cancer.
The internet's clean.
And then, a couple of years later, my mom got hit.
Really, if you really take it far back, even more years back, your girlfriend living 40 minutes away, you're cooked. Y'all never would have had the option to date. Imagine if maybe a car from the 1910 or something like that. Just the amount of work. Obviously they had cars that function, but for the car to go 40 miles during the 1900s or whenever that would be, 1910s, 15s, 20s, something like that. Oh man, that's just impractical. You know what I mean? You can maybe hit that mission every now and then. People not doing that.
Car, so it's hard for her to do stuff. She can walk.
Shout out to the internet
things, but because of that being hit by a car, I generally had to stay here at the house, help out with what I can.
It's amazing that he is trying to paint himself as her caretaker right now.
Bagging a horse and carriage.
Literally do every single thing for him.
Go see my girl. You on the horse and carriage?
No way does it make
that's real love right there. That's real sacrifice
to be in that home. If anything, it is an extreme burden that makes the later years of her life harder in every way.
And then with both her and her boyfriend going into surgery soon for different things, it's hard to be able to do, certain things. And a lot of people don't get that, when you're in that spot, you don't necessarily have, that luxury of working a regular job. So you kind of have to make do with what you got.
Good question.
Yeah.
You know, that's why, you know, I turn to my music, why I push, you know, my music a lot. I'm actually currently working on a book, trying to get that published. Hopefully I'll be able to.
Oh man, we need a Cyraxx book. Like imagine like, you know, books to me are really the best way to get like a view into like the mind of somebody. You can't really do it with the movie so much because it's visual, you know what I'm saying? With music, you know, obviously, you know, you get a little bit of a better, you know, a better feel up for it because you got the lyrics and everything. You got kind of an emotional aspect to it. But somebody can literally kind of like a diary, you know, they can just take what there's like what's in their head and literally just put it directly on paper. Like I could literally write right now, like, you know, my back hurts a little bit. Like, I feel like I need to adjust in this chair. Like, and like after the stream, maybe I'll get a little something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's really a view. So to be able to see the inner workings of Cyraxx's brain, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared, but I need to see it. It's like a scary movie, you know? You're scared, but you love it.
I don't know. But, you know, that's why I push all these different things to try to make money where I can, so, you know, I can help, you know, out a little bit more than what I am.
See, you don't understand. I'm just such a good grandson that I can't get a real job. I have to be a failed musician and failed Drift King and failed clothing line owner and failed YouTuber. For my grandmother, it's for her.
I forgot Cyraxx is supposed to be the Drift King, but he allegedly like can't drive, which is it's like, how, does he just give himself these names? I would give myself the name LeBron James.
Right. Damn.
Facts.
So you're working on a book, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's basically from like a first person perspective. It's like a dark horror type story, but it's like from...
So they're done talking about Candle now, so we're going to jump out. I will just toss in there, we talked about it the other day. He plagiarized a book. He never wrote a book. He plagiarized it word for word, beginning to end, and Marty called him out for it.
I think I'm gonna actually cover the second half of this in the morning, because it sounds like the Candle debacle is over. But I just really heard. Oh man, the spelling errors would be crazy. But you know, I feel like they would have to do it in like two versions. You would have to have like the original Cyraxx version with just like how he spells things, and then obviously the person who cleans it up. Because who knows, Cyraxx, he might be so like illegible that like, or would illegible be the one? Would that be the word for writing? I don't know. You guys can let me know. But you know what I'm saying? It may be so bad that you can't actually understand what he's trying to say. Like his writing might be that bad. I could see it. I wonder, like, did Cyraxx finish school? I wonder. But yeah, let's see here. That's cool. I think I'm gonna keep this one in the vault, and I'm gonna cover the second part because it looks like the second part just has to do with mainly Cyraxx. And I'm going to take a look at that tomorrow morning. For now, too, I'm just taking a look, just seeing if there's any news. So now I'm just chilling. Guys. Let's see. We got some halftime show. Let's see what actually Yeet. He's always got some stuff with some content creators, what's going on with them and stuff. I was on there this morning. Key. Let's see. Some Hassan stuff. Nah. Let's see. You guys know any good streamer content? Anything going crazy with some streamers right now? Tylil's disgraced accuser tries to come back. That's something, but I'm not trying to cover her. Who knows? On the move. Also, too, so a freshman, freshman at 23. Oh man, either way, like, you know, he stayed a long time. Yeah, I could definitely see him playing me in there for a long time. So hey, tell me, man, like, so what do you like to do, like, you know, in your free time? Like, what do you do? Like, are you a gamer? Like, I play League. I've been streaming a little League too, but you know, like, what's your life like? Let's see. Switch my accounts. All right, I think I got something. Yeah, I'll take a look at this. So if you've ever heard of Plaque Boy
What's
Max,
poppin', y'all?
hold on. Man, I really got to learn how to say this person's name, but oh, pro wrestling's your thing for sure. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, hey, definitely, if you can, I'll tell you, you can always, once you start your fights and everything, like, definitely drop those links in. Me and maybe some of the people, hopefully I'll have, some more viewers by then. Maybe me and some of the viewers will show some support, you know what I'm saying? And see if we could pop in on a live stream of your fights or something. But that's dope. Like, pro wrestling, oh yeah, it's crazy. So are you like a relatively large dude? I'm like 5'7". I might be like 150. Like, I know wrestlers doesn't necessarily mean you have to be like large, but does that mean you're like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But let's see here. All right, guys. So next topic, we're looking at this video of this guy. Shout out to him. I hope you guys go check out his channel, but I can never pronounce it. It's like Hello Yassine is what I think they call it. But it says streamer admits internet bullied him into dumping girlfriend. Yeah, it looks like it's Plaque Boy Max. So, with all this, we were kind of talking about Jason the Ween and his girl breaking up, Kai Cenat and his girl broke up. There's been a lot of breakups, this year and everything like that. But, this is what comes with people who want to put all their relationship stuff on social media. But I'm not going to hold you guys up, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's see what he's talking about.
We finally got confirmation that Plaque Boy Max admitted that the internet
220. You can definitely
dumping his girl that
you would probably crush me again.
Fully in love with, that was holding him down. So this all starts, a little bit of context, very important here. This all starts with FaZe, or formerly FaZe, Jason the Ween. Plaque Boy Max, he was in a group with FaZe and Jason the Ween. Plaque Boy Max.
It's crazy. It's like, all the videos are starting to come together. Like I said, we just dropped earlier today about Jason the Ween and his girl breaking up. Now we're watching a video and Jason the Ween is here in the first 30 seconds.
So the first to get the hell up out of there. But this guy, Jason the Ween, he initially broke up with his girl, Sakura. They had broken up. And then they had gotten back together.
I
told y'all that
the lore continues.
I didn't think it was. I knew it was gonna end 100%. But that guy breaks down crying on a Super Bowl stream, and it starts getting posted everywhere. They're like, "Yo, he got dumped," and I personally just thought like, nah, he probably just got too much liquor in his system, and he's just one of those people that cries after having a bunch of liquor in his system. I don't know. Some people get like that. Some dudes get like that. I don't get it. I don't know. But he would go on to confirm that they actually did break up the next day. And he would say, Sakura and I are no longer in a relationship. We have nothing but respect for each other and plan to continue supporting one another moving forward. We both feel incredibly grateful for the time we shared together. We kindly ask for privacy on this matter moving forward. Thank you for understanding.
So we know they broke up.
Always the dude dropping.
Yesterday, obviously, ended my stream abruptly, broke down, crying. I was drunk as shit, started crying, and
yeah, it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Heartbreak is always going to hurt. But I can say the good thing is, if you're Jason the Ween, you could do something like take a trip to like Tokyo or something like that was me, but if that was me, but I was Jason the Ween, but I get me a nice little, you know what I'm saying, go to Miami or something, get me a nice little boat for a week or something like that. And I would forget my pain and all my troubles, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, money does not buy happiness, but you know what I'm saying? You can try. You know what I mean? You can try.
These clip pages, they take this narrative and they spin it and they get their impressions and, they thrive off hate. And the craziest thing is, they don't even get paid. They just do it for the impressions.
Do it for the love of the game.
And if they do, they get paid pennies. But no one got cheated on, all right? I went live today going through a breakup.
Yeah.
A few days prior.
I agree.
And obviously, anyone
And by the way, I do not agree with Jason Lean. These clippers, a lot of them are getting paid. A lot of these clippers are getting tens of millions of views. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's saying it's because they're shorts, and normally shorts like pays less and reels and stuff like that. But if you guys think that these clippers aren't making a crazy bag out here, like clipping these streamers, come on now. Streamers literally like thrive off of clippers. Like, a lot of streamers that we know today wouldn't exist if their stuff wasn't clipped. You know what I mean? Like, streamers pay clippers to clip them.
Going through a breakup.
I get it. He's hating on the clippers. I get it. He's, you know.
Do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no one cheated. All right. None of that happened.
So here, the funniest part is when he says, yeah, you know, these clip pages, they're not even getting paid. And if they are, they're getting paid pennies. Well, the top ones, they're eating for sure. Kick Champ is feasting. But this makes me laugh because these guys are hating for the love of the game. Aren't you supposed to respect them for that a little bit more? Like, they're hating on you, and they're willing to do it for free, spending their time hating and creating narratives, which the narrative ended up being correct, which is that you got dumped. But how does this work with Plagueboy Max? Well, Plagueboy Max is reviewing this just like everyone else is. His whole chat's hitting him up to talk about it, so he's at least got to make a statement because all of these people are beholden to their chats. Rewind to FaZe Banks, who, yeah,
hey, come on now. You got to cover the news, yo. Yeah, I mean, you can't just let the news slip through your fingers. If you see it, you got to cover it. That's what you do.
he was 100% right.
Doesn't matter if you're small like me,
and I'm
or you're big like Max. You got to cover it.
You dating this guy. You do content. You might even do it too. Yeah, y'all not girls. You see a little thing like, you have a clip with where you just maybe shake a guy hand or maybe give him a hug and a comment, oh, she a hoe, break up with her, she's a hoe. That will affect you. There's no way it don't.
Yeah.
Or like some other shit, like y'all have a clip and like not Jason, they just ended, so I don't want to use his name. Just say any streamer, right? They with another girl. And then comments like, oh, man, he could do way better. Just be with her instead. That will affect the girl. Bro, it's just hard, bro. All these people is giving all this, like, people give, like, mad, whatever they want to say about your relationship, bro. You feel me? Relationships are things that are supposed to be.
Now, it sounded like.
That's true, though. A lot of people, I think a lot of times, because we can't relate. You know, we'll think, hey, well, you know, if I was famous, I wouldn't be doing all this stupid stuff. If I was famous, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't get emotional. I wouldn't care what the people had to say. It's really hard to really know what that's like until you're in that position. I've had, you know, some videos and stuff like that, you know, hit, you know, thousands of views, enough to where people really are speaking on it and everything like that. And yeah, even if you're saying something good, even if you're saying something right, there's always going to be some people that come in there and they hate it. And whether you like it or not, most people are just going to kind of, you know, you may not be hurt by it, but you're still going to like be affected by it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's part of being human. You know, it'd be weird if you just completely didn't care what anyone thought at all. You'd probably be a terrible human if you didn't care what anybody thought at all, because you wouldn't care about things like societal norms, which means you'd probably be super weird. But yeah.
Plagueboy Max was referring to something personal that happened with him, which is exactly the situation that he went through, because Plagueboy Max was in a relationship with a woman by the name of Grace Henderson that he had debuted. He had been so happy. If you guys remember, when Plagueboy Max was hospitalized for several weeks, it was like due to nerve damage or something from an infection from a poorly done tattoo, or he wasn't like cleaning the tattoo properly. and he didn't know what was going on.
That
And for
is
him to be
true.
in the hospital for that long was quite a while, but his girl was there with him. She was holding him down. You know, he was talking.
You're right. They really do treat these people like they're not people. They're like, oh yeah, your marriage of 10 years is over. Whatever. I can't even say I'm not even that much better too, because you know I'd be the dude that hops and makes a YouTube video about it. So I mean, like, I don't know if I really am in a position to talk.
Talking about how much he appreciated her. And then this one clip dropped from this Clipper page, not Ulk, so shout out to that guy, that sent everything into a tailspin. And this was the beginning of the end. I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
My leg won't let me get that far. I'm telling you.
Oh, Bishop.
My leg won't let me get
You and
that
your
far.
excuses.
Right. All right.
Oh, I remember they were crushing him with this. This is every man's worst nightmare.
You gotta stick her tongue in my mouth, y'all.
Like, imagine this is y'all's girl, yo, and there's a compilation.
You taking the camera with you?
Yeah. Yeah, not like my big camera. I take my I got the phone, little streaming phone.
Moving from the Bay Area to Los Angeles, the dating culture is very different out here. Like, all I see around me, since I'm like very involved with like being in the industry, being around, you know, people that are considered in our society as higher profile people, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot.
It's crazy.
All right,
They saying bad stuff?
They not even talking. They only talking about me. He can read everything, though. That's the worst part.
But I do have to be fair and say, just because she's in these guys' streams does not mean that she's sleeping with them. Of course, like, I mean, that's common sense. But I will have to say, if you're somebody's, like, if me personally, like, let's say I was her boyfriend or something like that, I would be like, bruh, like, not doing, like, it's just not a good look. There we go. It's almost like, if you're the dude, it's just not a good look. Like, even if nothing happened, it's just, you know, you could go get you a girl that's not trying to be on a whole bunch of different dude streams all up in people's face. You get you a girl that's, you know, throwing on some, you know what I'm saying, some, like, you know, a nice show, like at the crib or something like that. She watching anime at the crib by herself with some snacks in her blanket. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of men would really prefer that over this, and this is why Blackboy Max has such a problem with this compilation. Compilation is crazy.
But I kind of, but it's like,
No, they consistent content.
Oh, it's still going. Compilation isn't over.
Aiden?
I'd probably say Aiden. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been watching for a long time. Like, a lot of people just think like, oh, he just got big, so you start watching. Like, nah, I've been watching for like a long time.
Oh, that's lit.
Dang, now Almighty J too. Oh, dang, yeah, she Almighty J and Shay Frost, she was kissing both of them. But
more than half of my.
I really gotta say though, like, come on, all right, maybe he didn't have the compilation clips really put all together for Blackboy Max to be able to see it, but bro, you kind of gotta know that, like, I mean, obviously you know of her because she's popular, but you know what I'm saying? You should kind of know, like, this is a streamer girl. Like, I don't know why you would get with her and sign up for this in the first place. And because I do think it's a little messed up to, you know, all these clips and stuff have been out there. Yeah, that's YBN Almighty J. That's him. Yeah, I think he's been chilling. Namir's been making not too good of music. But yeah, like, so Blackboy Max, I kind of put it on him too, because it's like, man, you already knew what type of girl you're. Like, let's say you get with like India Love, like, come on now, like, you gonna be surprised when she twerking on the table at dinner? You gonna be surprised India Love twerking? That's not what she been doing for 10 years. You know what I mean? So you gotta take some personal accountability, gang.
I've been hurt before, so of course you're gonna make sure you watch everything in your upcoming relationship. Everybody got insecurities. Everybody got feelings. She's been hurt in her past relationship, just like I've been hurt in my past relationship. Before we met each other.
It's like y'all are real people. She a real person too with real feelings.
We all got real feelings, so we understand how they go.
Yeah, he is. He was just pins. You don't understand his stream.
I don't.
Nah, that was
so
ugly.
This was funny because everybody starts talking about this. They're like, yo, this is crazy. She's on this person's stream. You had Zeus reacting to it.
Nah, we saw her on about 10 different people's streams talking about some, I don't even know how to work the stream. You know, she know how to change scenes, transition. She probably know how to edit a little bit. She definitely know how to fire up a stream. I'm sure she probably been doing some live streaming herself.
Looking at, and this is the thing, a lot of this is context dependent. So even if Blackboy Max could hold it in and be like, okay, you know, it's just the internet saying that. He sees Zeus and Bilu. You look at the genre of content that Blackboy Max makes. This guy was in high school watching Zeus and Bilu reacting. So he sees Zeus and Bilu, and they're smiling, and they're like, yo, you know her? And they're like, yeah, I know her. He's thinking, wait, what does that mean? He's hitting her up like, yo, you know Zeus and Bilu? She's like, yeah, you know, though, we're friends. He's like, what you mean by friends? Like, what you mean y'all used to hang out? So now his mind is racing.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, what's going on here? And
you know the worst part would be? He'll never know. She'll never tell. They'll never tell. They know. He doesn't know. Whole time just looking like a goofy. It's a shame. It's a shame. But that's the world we live in, people. That's the world we live in.
I think that the breaking points,
and that's why you try to find one that seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders, you know, from the start. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing no what is it, like a project, a Build-A-Bear, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're not looking to fit like down the line like that. You don't get with the OnlyFans girl, because you get with her, you're not gonna be able to get her off OnlyFans. She's gonna keep doing that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure, had to be
get you a holy woman from the beginning, and you'll be all right, or at least it minimalizes risk.
Huh? Wait, what? I don't even, bro, first of all, I'm not gonna be disrespectful to Max's girlfriend. That's first of all. It's not my business. If he's happy, that's all I'm here. But let me ask you, when did I have her on stream?
Bro don't even remember when she was on his stream.
Wait a minute. Was this when I said it was Ariana Grande? Oh my God. It was with Bilu, I think.
Oh, the Bilu comes back into the picture. Dang, sound like she be around Bilu a lot.
That's crazy.
Yo, the fact that he hit him with the "as long as you're happy" is one of the most painful.
It is.
Like, that had to be old school meme here, an arrow to the knee, but that had to be a piercing rod right through his heart. Like, we're talking vampire type stuff, because, or like the wood through the vampire, a wooden spear, because he even said what got him in. He thought streaming was lame until he saw Aiden Ross, and then he was like, yo, Aiden Ross made streaming cool for me, so I started streaming because of Aiden Ross. This is something that came from Blackboy Max's mouth. So he starts streaming because of Aiden Ross. He looks up to Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is a peer to him now. And Aiden Ross, the best that he can say is, man, as long as he's happy, bro, which is code word, a synonym for as long as you're happy is, damn, could never be me.
Yeah.
So exactly. That pain, I think at that point,
I was about to say, that's one of the worst ones, y'all. That's the one that get in the back of your head and you be 6 months down the relationship, 2 years, 5 years, still be in the back of your head just thinking, dang, that's tough. Because you know what I mean? You want, like, your significant other, you want people to be like, oh man, like, yeah, they're great, like, they're awesome, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're a guy, you probably want a girl where all the dudes are like, yeah, like, dude, like, she's super respectful, she's super pretty, like, you know, she's supportive and all that. And, you know, the girls, you know, probably want some dude like, you know, the ladies probably love it. Oh, like, you know, he's supportive still. Like, let's say he buys you nice things, you know, let's say he got you a nice house or something like that. Like, he can protect you, you know, let's say he got the muscles, he can protect you. You know what I'm saying? You want the people to be like, not on some, dang, man, like, you really dealing with that? I wouldn't really deal with that, but like, hey, you my man, so like, if you happy, like, I'm here for you. Like, that's the worst thing you can ever hear.
and he was like, yo, I gotta dead this. And he would break up with her, and of course these clip pages would start surfacing that. They would start surfacing that the breakup happened. And in this clip, he doesn't confirm or deny it, but it was for sure that he broke up. I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
I never said that. Did I say that? Yo, Lorraine, thanks for the sub.
Okay.
I'm not speaking on none of that shit. I'm not speaking on her, and I appreciate if y'all don't either. Okay? Thank you.
So there it was that he dumped this chick because, and everyone believed that it was because of the internet, and even his own fan base, they were like, dog, you would have clowned yourself for being with a chick like this. Like, what are you doing? And now he's talking about it and saying, like, listen, man, when you're getting comments, when you're getting quotes, when you're getting replies, it would be a lie to say that this doesn't affect you. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people that make these comments think that it doesn't affect these guys. They're like, man, these guys are celebrities. They're rich. This doesn't affect them. Dog, all they're doing is looking at and the hard way. And he had to leave that chick. I mean, even Your Rage reacted to it, and they're like, damn, you dumped her that quick? I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Oh, we have to talk about Max today. Oh my God. Maxwell, doesn't he move quick? It's just us left.
Talk about what? Talk about what? Talk about what? There's nothing to talk about. Really.
Max sounds like he was mad about that.
I don't know what he's talking about. Brian Dog, thanks for the prime. I don't know what.
I would say, like, man, if you're a streamer celebrity, a lot of times your life can be a lot easier if you get somebody that's like outside the spotlight. You can too. There's a lot of people and jobs and stuff like that. Because, you know, I'm not even saying you necessarily have to leave those circles. Like, think about it this way. Let's say you're like an NFL player or something like that. You don't have to go get a rapper girl or like a model or something like that. You can still date somebody who's in the industry, but is just in the background. Somebody who, let's say, does camera work or executive work. You guys know how many people there are that make tons of money, like in the entertainment industry, and you just never see them. For instance, like a makeup artist. You know what I mean? Now, there's probably some huge makeup artists out there that probably make, you know what I'm saying, you know, 100,000, 200, 300, 400 like a year, you know, and nobody knows who they are. They just do camera real quick, and she goes and she has to put it, and they could, you know, the cool thing about that is they could go to Walmart and stuff and chill, and nobody will be, you know, all down their throat. But the celebrities, you know, you go to Walmart, you might have a crowd of people around you, you know what I'm saying? Somebody disagreed with something you did. Now you got to worry about that, you know?
What he's talking about.
Sometimes being famous ain't even all the move like that.
But just know,
just want the money.
Your time will be very soon. Don't make no missteps, because I will make a full investigation detective Blues Clues mode on you. Sherlock Holmes. It's over. Don't make no missteps. Let's get chaotic.
Let's be real here. The fans and the Clippers will do all the investigating for him. He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't even have to try. He doesn't even have to ask. They're gonna do it anyway. Like,
yo, thanks for that sub, June.
He put her on there, and the thing is, we have to give credit to Plaqueboy Max's ex-girlfriend, that girl Grace. She did not say anything bad about Plaqueboy Max after. She did not try to make any statements. She did not try to push Plaqueboy Max to make some PR statements like this guy is doing right now. What's his name? Jason Lewine. And she did not say anything bad about him after. She did not try to cloud up off of him. She did not try to start streaming after that. Nothing. She just went back into the shadows from whence she came. Maybe we'll see her appear in a stream here and there. She hasn't even appeared in another stream, which is a big curse.
Yep. All right. Moral of this story, I guess, is what don't let the internet affect the way that, you know, the decisions and everything that you make. But most importantly, if you don't want somebody who's like in that type of lifestyle and everything like that, a streamer girl or something like that, then don't date streamer girls. If you want a girl that don't have a lot of clout and be at the home in the crib, go get you a girl that do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like for instance, if somebody's like a party person, they like partying all the time. They love like having people around and partying all the stuff. If you a person that don't like that type of stuff, it's going to be real difficult for you to adjust to their lifestyle because it's just not for you. So you'll have to find somebody who's quiet, more kind of like you, and then you guys will line up better. All right, guys. So this was a really good stream. Let me see. Shaggy. I gotta figure out how to say your name. Let's see. I'm gonna work through it. Shuggy, because there's an I, and then there's Shugiura, or would that be like Shigura? I don't know, but appreciate you for popping in. You know, appreciate it's been good talking to you for sure. Appreciate Andrea for popping in. Appreciate everybody for popping in, you know, showing love and all that. Everybody seeing the playbacks, definitely throw a like, comment, subscribe, you know, keep our stuff going. We're going to be streaming tomorrow morning and in the afternoon. We're going to be pretty much streaming every day. So, you know where to catch me, guys, and I will see you guys on the next one.